Thank you.
Thank you very much, madam.
You're welcome, sir.
And hi to all the viewers of this video. Uh, this this subject is special as we all love dairy products, and we'll be talking in two phases, part one, part two, for different dairy products, which is being marketed in country as well as in the Western countries, developed countries. So my talk will be restricted to the dairy products and those which are value-added products. Let's go to the second slide. Yeah, there are varieties of dairy products we come across in the country as well as when we go abroad. So there are shelves and shelves in the malls. When you go, there is already in India, there is already a system of allotting malls to the dairy section. And once you go and stand in front of the dairy section in any of the mall, you will see hundreds variety of the value-added dairy products. And these dairy products, the raw material for all these dairy products, for all, none exception, is the raw milk. So that is why it is called the dairy products. Means it is from the milk, and milk is the raw material, and these are the products. Once the word added as a value added, so then it's a value addition. We are increasing the value of the product, and that is how it is. The business increases and the revenue increases. The cost of the product increases. The market sector has to be identified for each sector, each kind of VADP, and that is how the VADP business is entirely different from a farm business. Farm business is on the raw milk production, as well as some farm level value-added product manufacturing. But this, what we are talking about, is the rampant value-added dairy products, which we see come across every day and night. Whenever, even in our houses, there are so many VADP available. So we'll be discussing on that. Let's see what are the facts. What are the facts? We are highest milk producer in the world, everybody knows. And that is from 1998. Nobody has surpassed since then. More than 25 years, we are into this status. India has 21% share. Now we are sharing 21% of the global milk production. It is about 200 million tons Indian production, and that is about 21%. So what is this value-added product market nowadays in India? It is 14,900 billion in 2022. And look at how it has expanded. How is going to expand? It has started from somewhere about 1,000, somewhere about 9,000 to 8,000 billion INR rupees. To 22, it has reached to the 14,900 billion rupees. And it is expected to go by 28 up to 31,200 billion rupees in India. And the CAGR, whatever we are expecting for another 5 years hence, is 13.2% CAGR. And what are the focused VADP, which India is going to focus? These are cheese, yogurt, probiotics, and innovative products. The source is that IAMRC report, market report, 2022. So when we look at the processing industry, because no VADP can be having a business, can be manufactured unless there is a plant. And what is the status of the processing plants in the country? So it goes to about, 18 to 23, it is 15% CAGR, it is growing, the processing industry. And by 81%, you will find that milk was even then, the 81% of the 200 million tons milk produced is in the hands of unorganized sector. The 81% can be explained over here because it can give a very wrong impression to the people that we are actually into the unorganized sector. Actually not. Here the 50% is consumed, and that is included in 81%. So hardly 30% of the marketable surplus of the raw material is in the hands of the unorganized sector. Now come to the Rajasthan, UP, MP, and AP and Gujarat. These are the 5 states. They are producing 53, more than half, 53% of the total milk production of the India. During 1620, market growth of butter, paneer. Now look at how it is growing. The VADP production is one thing. Another thing is how it is growing. It is growing about 14%. It was growing, but now expected to grow by 15%. The main products, these are the butter, paneer, curd, etc. So these are certain facts about the value-added dairy products. And what are the main value-added dairy products found in the country? That is butter, curd, paneer, ghee, whey, flavored milk, ultra high temperature UHT milk, cheese, yogurt. And these are the main products which are yet going to continue in our country in the market. But there will be certain products which are going to, going to the back seat in India. But there are certain products which are on the front seat, and these are the main products which are the baseline for manufacturing so many innovative products. So let's come one by one, we will discuss all this. So the India is exporting to Bhutan, Afghanistan, Canada, Egypt, and UAE. These are the countries, generally they are our importers, and we are importing from France, New Zealand, Ireland, France, Ukraine, and Italy. But what we are importing is not the raw milk. What we are importing is not the products. What we are importing is either the cultures, either the white butter, the milk powder. These components are getting imported, and as well, India is the main importer. Our main export is powder and white butter. The value-added dairy products are mainly consumed in India, and there are very less export of the value-added dairy product because the Indian market is such a huge market. It absorbs whatever is the VADP manufactured in the country. What is the point now we are going to raise is the sufficient in the milk production, quality, quantity, everything, but insufficient in infrastructure. The country needs very strong infrastructure for storage and distribution, especially the cold chain. The milk is a perishable commodity. Unless there is a cold chain, there is a chance of degradation of the value-added dairy product. So these cold chain system infrastructure yet to be enhanced, yet to be strengthened in our country. Insufficient in per animal yield. Still, our animals are lowest yielder, and leaving the Southeast Asian countries, in the Western country, if we compare, we are the lowest per animal yielding country. The fodder is day by day going extinct, and hardly will find the green blade in the pail of the animals. And similarly, feed is very costly. Day by day, it's going to increase the cost because of the raw material cost increase. Cement production is less than half is being produced in the country. Indian breeds Now everybody is talking about the rearing the Indian breeds. Where are the heifers? Where are the Jamplan? Where are the calves? How do we rear it? So farm infrastructure, very less, very less. Still, the Indian farm is only in the ancient condition. So that has to change. This is the status. We just thought about the status. Let's go to the what is the utilization pattern, how the milk is being utilized in the country. About 200 million ton is our production, which comes about 62 lakh crores is the value. If you go into the INR, Indian rupees, how we are utilizing, 28% is in the hands of organized. Household consumption is about 38%. It has reduced. Earlier used to be 48% home consumption. Urban producers, they are consuming about 12% of the milk, and available is 22%. All the play of the dairy products, all the play of the dairy business is on these 22 to 25%, which is available for doing the business. Now, market processing facility is abundant. We have got the processing structure is 235 million liters per day. That is our capacity to process the milk. Processing facility like milk plants, product plants, these things, powder plants, white butter plants, and fat handling plants, like these are altogether 235 million liters per day. Capacity utilization, India is the boasting. India can boast 85% of its capacity is being utilized in the country, plant capacity, and that is a very good sign. And private sector is about 56%. The private sector and cooperative sector both are hand in hand, and about half they are handling the milk. Now, what are the motivating factor? Earlier 2010 and now we are looking for 2025. In 2010, the convenience was the main thing. We wanted that our shelf, our house, our wherever we are keeping our food items, there should be convenience of keeping the dairy products. Earlier it was liquid only, and then it became the flowy things, so then became the cheese spread, then became the solid, so many things, powders, so many things are there. Are they convenient? Is it in the convenience pack so that the consumer can pick up from anywhere? Is it cold chain free pack? Can it be left just on the room temperature? So all those things were the priority during 2010 era. And now we are going to the 25 era, and we want to see that what are the changes. So the packaging was the concern, that let's have a variety of packaging. And you see variety of packages are available once you go to the mall and dairy shelf. The quality, yes, it was one of the concerns, because that time and prior to that, there was very less hearing that the milk is adulterated. Now it is much more heard, name that the milk is pure, milk is having very high quality, milk is organic. So the quality was also a concern, but it was a third position. Health, people were otherwise also healthy. Day by day, once the pollution increases, once the global warming increases, the health is degrading. Of course, because of the development in the medicine sector, the health life, the active life of human being is being increased day by day, being managed day by day with the support of the additives or with the support of the required medicines. But the health was a fourth concern, because the people were not so bothered about this. And dairy was a kind of staple food in their food since Vedic era. So it was one of the health products, and it was the health was not a concern. That's how it was in the fourth position. Indulgence and fun and joy. These are still continuing. In 25 also they will lead to, and it is restricted to the persons, those who are younger age people. They want to indulge with the varieties of innovative products. They want to try new products and the fun and joy. They want to go for ice cream parlor. They want to go for chocolate parlors. They want to go for cheese parlors, all those things. And they want to have the innovative products. So this is a variation. There is a shift. Now health is becoming day by day very important. The quality is very high concern nowadays. And packaging, we have already reached to the peak of the packaging. You name it and the packaging is available. The convenience, obviously, once the packaging is available, convenience is increased. This is how the milk is treated once it is produced for the value-added dairy products. The raw material is milk. So one way it is a liquid milk, another it is a value-added dairy product. Mind you, still in our country, 70% milk is being used as liquid milk. It is only 30% which goes to the value-added dairy products. And that is how there are non-traditional and traditional dairy products. Non-traditionals are flavored milk, low-fat milk, yogurt, cheese, UHT, and the traditional products are, we know that the buttermilk, cottage cheese, curd, and the ghee, and all these traditional things. This slide is a very important slide for us to understand. Suppose we want to get 1 kg, 1 liter of ghee. So how much milk is required for 1 liter of ghee? So if you have 10 liter of milk, so you get 1 kg of cream, and you get 500 grams of the butter, and you get only 400 grams ghee. So this is the structure. Just see, if you are having 10 liter of milk, that too good milk, good quality milk. Quality means the total solid is good, the fat content is good. So then, if you are going up to the cream level, you are getting 1 kg. If you are further increasing, not stopping at the cream level, you get 500 gram butter. It's a white butter. If you go to the further to clarify it, ghee is clarified butter. If you go to clarify it, it is 400 gram. So in 10 liter milk, you get 400 gram of ghee. But at the same time, in the 10 liter, if you go for the curd, so you get 9 liter of curd. You get 9 liter of sweet curd. So like that, this gives, suppose I had 10 liter of processed milk. How much Shrikhand I am going to get? See, 8 kg of Shrikhand you can get. If you have 10 liter of processed milk, ice cream you can get 13 liter. So this is the condensed milk, we only 5 liter. So varieties of products you can make from the milk. Of course, we use processed milk because the bacteria and viruses and all contaminants are removed. And then only we go for the dairy products, because the dairy products are concentrated product. If there are causative agent, the pathogens present in the milk, they will be more concentrated in the value-added dairy product, and they will be more harmful. So these are the VADP. We have already discussed on this, named on this, butter, curd, paneer, ghee, and all that, blah, blah, blah. Let's go to what is the Indian, what is Western. You can call it here the traditional, non-traditional, ethnic. So traditional, whatever we have been ghee, white butter, and khova, mawa, dahi, misti dahi, paneer, milk cake, kulfi, makhan, lassi, buttermilk, ice cream, chena, and milk powder. But when you go to the Western countries, what you get? You are getting butter. It's a table butter. It's not the white butter. It's a table butter. White butter is not marketed there. White butter goes in the cans for the reconstruction of the milk, reconstitution of the milk. So desiccated products are there. So they call it desiccated yogurt. We are getting curd, but the yogurt is a Western product and it has got variety. Similarly, cheese has got variety. Similarly, coagulated products, condensed milk product, milk powder, butter oil, whey proteins nowadays flooded in Indian market. And everyone, 90% is not Indian made. Everything is coming from outside India. And India is a market for that. Whey protein, ice cream, SFM, sweet and flavored milk, dairy whitener was the concept from the Western country. They never wanted more dairy product into the milk, into the tea. So they wanted a whitener kind of thing so that they just whitens the tea and they consume very less dairy product because of the cholesterol problem and all those problems and lactose tolerance problem. Many problems are there with the dairy product. In the Western countries, India is not having so much of these problems because we are living with the milk since ages, thousands of years. Ethnic products are to be known. Rabodi, kefir, chenapodo, kheer, sevai, laban, basundi, malai, rasmalai, kheer sagara, and shrikhand, etc. These are the ethnic products. They are in the sectors in the market, in the country. Now it is not true because all the products are now traveling throughout across the country, whether it is chenapodo from the Cuttack, Bhubaneswar, Odisha, it travels across to the Gujarat. So you get the chenapodo in Gujarat as well. So now the traveling is very fast and products are found all over country. But there is a demarcation. Once you go to the developed countries, visit developed countries, you find a different dairy shelf and you find different dairy shelf in India. What is the difference between part 2 and part 1? Part 1, we are going to deal only with the Indian VADP market share and their manufacturing tips we'll be giving and what are the uses. In part 2, we'll be discussing the Western and ethnic dairy products and market share and manufacturing. So let's go for the ghee. Ghee is our main product. And why it is main product? Because it is from the Vedic Yuga. Even Lord Krishna was very much fond of the makhan, and he was eating makhan, taking from different houses, and nobody was stopping him. Those who were stopping him because of playing only, Krishna was free to take makhan, and that is how most of the houses were free to distribute their milk products. And ghee and makhan was chuki because ghee has got a very long shelf life. You can keep for a year, no problem. It continues. Makhan, you can keep for 15 days, 1 week, no problem. So, so these are the ancient products. India is the base for this. Our ancient culture has named it as a Kritam. And this is, look at the market. In India, it is about 2,900 billion rupees. That was in 22. And 28, we are expecting about 5,137 billion as a CAGR of 10%. It is not growing. The rate paneer is growing. The rate butter is growing. The rate curd is growing. If it grows to that, I think he is going to cover about more than 7,000 billion Indian rupees. Since Vedic period, 99.9% it is the fact. And you will be finding 15 to 16 liter milk is required to make 1 liter of ghee. And now you will be finding many people are selling ghee. Many people are selling ghee, saying that it is A2 ghee. Sir, there is no A2 ghee because A2 is a protein and ghee has no protein. It is 99.9% it is fat, no protein. So selling ghee as a A2 ghee is a myth, is a cheating. Many people are doing business, roaring business, where the ghee is being sold about 700, 800 rupee a liter. The A2 ghee is being sold more than 2,500 rupees a liter, and people are buying it without knowing the fact. The fact is, ghee has no protein, so it can't be A1 and A2. Now, buffaloes. Buffaloes are the animal of India, and all Indian breeds has got A2 protein in their place. So that A2 protein is responsible to come into the milk and make it a more medicinal wise, a very good thing. So that is how A2 is being pronounced, being used, being misused, all these things. Kindly don't buy any A2 ghee, because A2 ghee does not exist. So these are some tips we have given. Curd, you take the curd, take supernatant, and churn it, then the whey will be out, then heat it and clarify it, becomes the ghee. Similarly, for the curd making makhan, you take the supernatant, add cold water, churn it, and that supernatant is the makhan. So we can't give more detail on the manufacturing, because that is covered by the dairy technologist, and that will be, this itself is a big chapter. So I'm not entering into that. I'm just giving a hint. What is ghee, what is makhan, what is paneer, what is curd, and why it is like that. So these are called fat products. They are not protein products, they are fat products. Makhan has got some protein, agreed. If it is A2 makhan, agreed, but not the ghee. It is used for cooking, worshipping, all those things, making parotas, halwas, sweets, mithais, and all that. It has got a cholesterol. All animal fat will have cholesterol. Ghee also has got cholesterol, but it is safe, being used since ages. Let's go to the next product, that is khoa, mawa, kheer, and savory. It's not kheer, it is a kheer. Kheer, payasam. In South, it is called payasam. So it is a desiccated product. What we call it desiccation is the water is evaporated and will become, more solid towards solid. It becomes like, slurry type thing. So that is called the desiccated product. Once further you evaporate the water, it becomes khoa. So like that. So 1 kg khoa can be found out of 4 to 5 liters of milk, if the milk has got good fat. See, look at the solid, total solid in khoa. It is 65% up to 55 to 65%, 30% fat. So once you take the actual khoa in your hand and you press it, you will get ghee out of it, if it is real khoa. Otherwise, whatever is sold in the market, only God knows what kind of khoa. Anyway, I'm not going into that. But how to make it? It's a desiccation, simple desiccation. Milk, and you add you desiccate it, you go on churning on the heat, and khoa will be made. And similarly, if you want to make the kheer, then milk, take the broken rice, heat it, heat it, heat it, heat it, heat it. The more the water is evaporated, the final product, along with the many additives, the flavors and additives and sugar, you get the kheer, which you call payasam. Picture is given for you. And these are the baseline for the so many sweets made in the country, like barfi, peda, and kachori, and so many things. So the khoa and mawa is used. Now look at the chena, paneer. So these are a different class of the dairy product. This is acidified. There is acid used to separate the curd, separate the protein and whey. So when you separate the cheese, that is we call the chena, that we call it the casein, the protein present in the milk. So that is the solid part, and that makes the white portion off, or slightly off white portion, and the whey separates out, yellowish whey separates out. So there is a separation. It is done by using acids, and there are so many acids being used, And then finally, the whey is treated separately to make the whey protein, because there is a protein and very valuable proteins are there in that. And the chana is used for making the rasagulla, rasmalai, cham cham, and so many other sandesh, so many other sweets in the country. And how to make it? Take the milk, acidify it, separate the whey, press it, it becomes paneer or chena. There is a difference, slight difference between paneer and chena, which is of the moisture. I'm not going into the detail. It's very healthy. Picture is given to understand what is chena. Whatever you see here is a paneer, not the chena. Ice cream. They all know what is ice cream. But you know, if you have got taste. I mean, you want to indulge somewhere. Let's have some fun. So then you go for the ice cream, and there are varieties. There are varieties. I mean, if you want to categorize and count it, I think nobody can do in the country or in the world who can count the entire variety of ice creams. There are major two varieties, and that is, strawberry. These are essence, strawberry as well as vanilla. Otherwise, butterscotch, this, that, whatnot, fruity, tutti frutti, and everything, honey ice cream, so many things. So these are indulgence, these are joyous products, and generally, similarly, the cakes also comes into this. Here, what we do is a dessert product. You have to keep into the cold chain. Our staple product is this: curd, misti dahi, buttermilk, lassi. South India can't have a single food without curd or buttermilk or lassi. They have to have. So it's a staple food. All over country, the variety is different. Here we get the loose curd. That's why I've given the picture of loose curd. It's a set curd, of course, half set curd, half loose curd, and buttermilk. So these are fermented products. Here, no acid is used. Acid is produced by bacteria. The bacteria we put into the milk, they produce the acid, and that is how it solidifies. And after the solidification, once you get the curd, then you go for making other products like lassi, buttermilk, and so many other things. So many other. I have given single diagram, the flow diagram for home curd, how to prepare. See the difference. Here, every step is defined with the fat, with the temperature, what is the cooling temperature, what is the heating temperature, incubation period, what is the time, what is the incubation time at 37 degrees, what is the cooling time at 5 degrees. Everything is given, then you arrive at the curd. So this part I missed for all one because it cannot be covered in this kind of discussions and talk. So later on, I think have covered more than 34 minutes. If you people want any queries, thank you very much for listening. And now please go ahead with your questions. Ma'am.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for a wonderful presentation. I will take up the questions now. In the meantime, can you please stop sharing the screen, sir, so that we can see a full video?
Sure, ma'am. Sure, ma'am. Thank you very much for reminding. Sure. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that's fine, sir. I'll take up the questions now. What are VADP? How they are made?
VADP, you expand it, value added dairy products. So suppose 1 liter of milk is costing about 40 rupees, 50 rupees. If you make value added product out of this 1 liter of milk, that will maybe costing about 500 rupees. So this is a kind of what we are doing. We are doing some value addition in this. And that is why this is name given is VADP, value added dairy products. Nothing other than that. Many people call it byproduct. Byproducts are different. Dairy products are different. How byproduct is? Many people come. My clients generally will come, sir, we want to go for the byproduct. Right? First you have the product, then you get the byproduct. Like you are making paneer. 200 liters of milk is there. You are going to acidify it. You are going to separate the casein and the whey. So casein is the main product, which is going to become paneer or cheese. But the whey coming out is a byproduct. It is not the main product. And if you manufacture some product out of the whey, like whey protein, that becomes the byproduct, not the product. But if you take the milk and make the curd, curd is the product, value added product. Because if you go and buy the curd, curd will be somewhere about 90 rupee kg, 100 rupee kg. And if you go and buy milk, milk will be hardly 30, 40 rupee kg. So that is the difference of value added. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'll take up the next question, sir. Whether raw milk is a value-added product?
Raw milk is not a value added product. But raw milk, suppose it is coming from the udder and you are collecting it, taking in a glass, just heating and drinking. It is a raw milk only. But once you are doing some maneuvering with the raw milk, like you are making as a, what you are making? You are going to make as a toned milk, double toned milk, standard milk, full cream milk, badam milk, cashew milk. So all these things are product then. Once you do maneuvering, once the product raw material you have taken, you have simply heated, cooked and eating, no problem. It is a product. So milk is not a product. It is a raw material for the products. But however, we have been discussing here about the product which are justified products. But there are liquid milk products also in the market. You go to the market, Amul is selling Masti. Masti is a full cream milk. Dodla is selling full cream milk. Nandini is selling golden color milk with 4.5% fat. So you will find there is a maneuvering going on even in the milk. So that is, we call it liquid milk value addition. They are not VADP, but they are liquid milk value addition. We are not selling the liquid milk like liquid milk. We are adding, like suppose sweet and flavored milk. It is a milk only, hardly condensed, slightly condensed, and then added with lot of flavors. So it is a sweet and flavored milk. It has added sugar, added flavor and milk. So it is a product, SFM, like that.
Okay. What are Indian VADP and what are Western VADP?
Yeah, Indian VADP means which originated from the country and which are being used in different parts of the country since ages. And Western VADP is have traveled from Western India, Western countries. Like cheese is the one. You go to the Western countries, man, mind-boggling. I started taking the photos in USA for the cheese. I can't count the varieties of cheese. Can't count. Can't count means at least there will be more than 1,500 varieties of cheese in one mall. Forget about others. So these are the differences between the Indian VADP and Western VADP. Western VADP is far way ahead. They are thinking of something which is like we have now started about the prebiotic and postbiotic dairy products. So these are innovative products. People thought once the bacteria is good for the health, let us make a product which is good for the health. And that is how the probiotic milk came, probiotic curd came, the yogurt came. So these are the Western products which has come after researching that what we need, what our body needs. There are many people, they can't consume milk because lactose, the sugar present in the milk, cannot be tolerated by their digestive system. So they cannot enjoy dairy. So what to do? Let us remove lactose. So now the milk is available, lactose-free milk is there. You have lactose-free milk? Absolutely no problem. So these are innovative products. These are coming from the Western countries. Of course, from Indian researchers also. But these were actually tried earlier in the Western country, and then they are traveling to our country. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Are there plants needed for manufacturing VADP?
No VADP can be manufactured without a plant. Curd has a plant, paneer has a plant, cheese has a plant, khoa has a plant, ghee has a plant. You name it, cream has a plant, everything you name it, even the baseline VADP. Out of that, you are going to make so many other things like cream. You can buy in the market Amul cream or any party's cream and take to your home and you manufacture any or you produce any of the recipe where you put this cream and you look at the enhancement in the taste. So when we are talking of the plants, not a single VADP can be manufactured without having specific plant. And that is the cost. Once you establish a plant, you establish manpower, you need power, you need marketing, and then finally, once you cold chain, once you go to the market, so you should get that much value from that product so that all these cost is taken care of. And in VADP, it is taken care of.
Okay.
If you sell the liquid milk to liquid milk trade, hardly there is margin of 3 to 5 rupees. If you change to the VADP, there is a margin of 200%, 300%, 500%. So it depends.
Okay, I'll move to the next question, sir. What is the minimum quantity for a dairy processing unit to start with?
It depends on what is the market you are looking. Generally, this question is asked. You are very right. Rightly, you have asked this question. Generally, people come with a high head and strong head. Sir, you just tell me how much money I should spend to have a, butter plant. Oh God, what you will do of this butter? Sir, I will sell. Sir, where are you going to sell? Sir, I will sell in the Mysore market. Mysore market, how big you are going to? I mean, what is you are looking for? Like 1,000 kg per day? Like 10,000 kg per day? Or 1 lakh kg per day? Accordingly, the plant cost and plant size will vary. Right now. So accordingly, the cost will vary. So what should I tell? Unless you tell that what is in your mind. So we generally go with the format. We share our format to them. So there are certain questionnaire, so reply, sir. Then we will analyze it. Then we'll be able to advise you that yes, this much you should do, this much you should get ready for the capital investment, this much for the recurring investment, this should be your cash flow, this should be your working capital requirement. So then it becomes that yes, some technical person is talking about the costing of a plant. So this is how we deal. Yeah.
Okay. If a farmer or someone wants to start up a dairy processing unit, what advice will you give to them?
Anybody should start with there are two different modules of the dairy business. One is the collection, which you'll call pooling and aggregating, and now going into the market. Here the animal rearing liability is not on your head. 99% Indian dairies, you name it, they are doing this. They have not taken the liability of the rearing the farmers. They are rearing the animals. It is left to the farmer. And now it is the farmer's business to produce the milk at what cost he is producing. That is their part. The dairies are appearing after the milk is produced. So that is called pooling, aggregating, and going into the market, processing and going into the market. So if you are into the pooling business, minimum volume for making you viable has to be minimum 5,000 liter per day. If less than that, please don't enter into the business in pooling. Now the other business is the milk production, that is farm business. It's a very hard business. It's a brown color job. You have to rear the animals. Animals are living things. They will eat. They will have dung. They will be sick. So like human being, they are also a kind of living thing. So you are handling animals and then producing the milk. But you are at the hardcore. And people will come running to you that, sir, this very good milk, you give it to me at premium price. And you charge the premium and pay. So both these two things are different. There are third kind of people coming nowadays. I had a call from Delhi. Sir, I will take paneer from somebody and go ahead into the market. I told, how you will take the paneer? Sir, there is plenty of paneer available. हमने कहा, what rate he is selling? He is also retailing, no? No, sir, I'll take on the wholesale cost. Okay. I told, okay, take. Then packaging. Suppose he is selling the paneer at 400 rupees to you, and you are going to do the retail packing of that, and that also you want to do the vacuum packing for the increased shelf life. Don't you think the cost will go to the 500 kg or more than that? And then you would like to have some margin. Then who is going to purchase the same paneer which is available in 400 kg per kg? Now you will be selling about the 700 per kg or 600 per kg or 650 per kg. Who will buy? So they will not understand. Other question I ask. Sir, suppose you are taking paneer from somebody X and his quality goes bad. What will happen to your market? You are retailing. Your brand is there. They will come and catch you that, sir, you have sold the poison. You have sold the adulterated paneer. Then who is responsible? Then he could understand, oh God, somebody told me wrongly. So you are rightly telling, sir, unless I have the quality in my hand, why should I buy that paneer? So, sir, ma'am, people come like that we want to start, and then no dairy can be started less than 25 to 30 lakh rupees. Don't come, don't go to any of the consultant. Minimum 30-35 lakh rupees you should have in your hand, and plus the land. If land is not there, don't go into the dairy. Go some other business. Better collect tea from Assam in a bulk pack and make a retail pack and sell it. There's no problem. Carry on. You'll get a lot of money. Not a problem. So, but not dairy. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Sir, in summary, what is the main message you like to convey via this talk?
Only thing, go to some good consultant. They know the dairy business. They know the basics, so that they should not, take you to the place from where you don't return. You lose and return. That is not required. So try to pay to the consultants. If somebody was talking someday to my friend, Mr. Dr. Sant, Dr. Sant himself was talking someday that they want everything, that the clients want everything, but they don't want to pay to the consultant. If you don't pay to the consultant, you won't get good consultant. So you are paying to the other people, those who are looting your money. And if you pay to the good consultant, they will save your money. Suppose, for example, take one example. You want to establish a curd plant. You have a farm. You have 500 liters of milk production per day. Imagine. Or you are aggregator. You are getting good 500 liters of milk. And you want to go into the curd business. Why you are going to the curd business? Because you want to make the many byproducts like buttermilk, lassi, and so many blah, blah, blah. Now Amul lassi is everywhere, nook of the corner of the country. Earlier, lassi was the only product for the Punjabis, North Indians. Now every nook and corner you go and see, find the lassi. It is all curd product. Anyway, suppose you want to do that, 500 liters of milk. You want a plant of 500 liters of curd making. You want an incubator. You want a cold chain, cold room. So all these things will be supplied by some of the party. And you do not know the technical specification of those plants. And they will sell you, saying that, sir, this is very good plant, sir. It will work, sir. You don't know about the companies, which are the good companies, reputed companies. You don't know the agreement of purchase. Suppose I am buying your plant, then how you are going to, what are the inputs you are going to give me along with the plant, along with when I pay. So all these things are known to the good consultants. They only guide you. Suppose a consultant is ready to reduce your cost of the plant for 5 lakh rupees. Are you going to pay to the consultant 5 lakh rupees? You don't even pay 50,000 rupees to the consultant. So, advice is, don't be in hurry, number one. Number two, have land, agri land, or business land, commercial land, if you are going for dairy business. Third thing, always be in contact of some of the consultants. He will give you the step-by-step thing. You do this, don't do this, don't do this. And he will take you for the final selling. Always look for the working capital. People generally, about 90% lot will come. Sir, I have a lot of money. I don't want to take loan, sir. No, sir. I have money. So how much you have money? Sir, I can spend 4 CR. Fantastic. What is the size you want? Sir, I want 2,000 animals, sir. Where you will sell? Sir, we have not decided. Then you are producing milk once you are not able to sell. Similarly, for the value-added product, why you are making a product which nobody knows, they don't want to buy? You sit in the Bangalore market, sit in the Delhi market, NCR market, sit in the Madras, sit in the Kolkata. So it's an elite market to search for the elite people to, and then go for the elite product. Otherwise, go for the staple food product. So these kind of advices generally they don't get, and they end up into losses. And they say that dairy business is not into profit. Dairy farm can give you a profit of minimum 57 to 70%. No agriculture business can give this. And that is the reason today, milk alone, single commodity, surpassed by value all commodities, rice, wheat, jowar, bajra, makkah, maize, the oil, seeds, everything you name it in agriculture. You total the value of all, milk alone is leading. Because people know there is a business. They know there is a profit. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you very much, sir. We have now completed the round of questions. On behalf of agricultureinformation.com, we like to thank Dr. P.K. Shrivastava for the talk and for answering the questions. I like to also thank all the participants in the meeting. This meeting will now be closed.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
You're welcome, sir. You're welcome.